This story starts from a very peaceful area of Ukraine, and in this area we see a small hut. In this hut, a couple lives in which the husband's name is Mykola and the wife's name is Nas. Mykola is a teacher and teaches math to children in a nearby school. He is a very good teacher and all the children are very happy with him except one whose name was Ivan. Ivan was a very ill-mannered boy, and he never missed a chance to humiliate Mykola. But even Mykola did not care about him, and he lived happily in his life. One day, when Mykola was in his school, he found out that Russia had attacked Ukraine and had captured many places in Ukraine. In the evening, when Mykola came home, he found out that his wife was pregnant. Knowing this, he was very happy, and the two of them celebrated this happiness together. The next day, Mykola said bye to his wife and left for work. But when he was on the way, he saw two soldiers. Although Mykola did not pay much attention to it and quickly reached his school. But when he came inside the school, he found the whole school empty. Then he saw the news on TV that Russia had also captured his city. And now he realized that the soldiers he saw on the way were actually Russian. Thinking this, he was worried about his wife and he immediately ran to his house. When Mykola reached home, he saw those two soldiers who were beating his wife badly. He tried to save his wife, but these soldiers also beat him. Mykola requested him not to kill his wife because she was pregnant. But these soldiers did not listen to him. After a little beating, they searched Mykola's house and handed him over to the fire and left. Now seeing his house burning, Nastia turned red with anger and picked up a stone and tried to kill him. Seeing this, the soldiers shot him and Nastia died on the spot. Now seeing his wife dying, Mykola broke down completely and started crying. A few hours passed and two Ukrainian soldiers came to Mykola. They recognized him and dug a grave to help him bury Nastia. After Nastia's death, Mykola's life was completely scattered, and now he had neither a house nor a family. Mykola was burning in the fire of revenge and he had to kill those soldiers at any cost. And thinking this, he decided to join the Ukrainian army. After this, these two soldiers came to their base with Mykola. But when their senior saw Mykola, he got very angry and refused to join the army, because he was afraid that Mykola might be a spy. Here Mykola told him the whole story and convinced him that he wants to kill Russian soldiers and free this country. Hearing this, the colonel decided to give him a chance, and his training started the next day. Now since Mykola was an ordinary person, he was having a lot of trouble during training. Here, a officer helped Mykola and taught him how to assemble and disassemble a gun. Everyone in the camp thought that Mykola would never be able to become a good soldier, but even he did not give up and continued his training. One night, Mykola tells his companions not to call him by his name because his code name is Raven. Hearing this, everyone started laughing at him and told him that no soldier gets his code name so easily, but he has to earn it. However, Mykola did not care about this and continued his training. One day, Mykola Sr. tells everyone that there are very few snipers in our group and we have to increase this number so that we can compete with the Russians. Here the senior asks, "Everyone, how many of you want to be a sniper?" Hearing this, some people come forward and Mykola is also among these people because he also wanted to be a sniper. Seeing Mykola, his senior tells him that you are not ready to be a sniper yet. You can't even assemble and disassemble a gun. So it's a long way to become a sniper. On this, Mykola says that I only need one chance to prove myself and I will do this in 20 seconds. Hearing this, Mykola Sr. puts a gun on the table and tells Mykola to come forward. Now to prove himself. Mykola blindfolds himself and quickly opens the gun and reattaches it, and it takes him only 18 seconds to do this. Now seeing speed, everyone is very impressed with him and clap for him. And now, seeing his ability, he is also included in sniper training. During training, Mykola is given an old model gun, while the rest of the people are given modern weapons. Seeing this, Mykola also demands a modern weapon, on which the senior tells him that if you want that gun, you have to prove yourself. Now, Mykola had no other option, so whatever he got, he took it and left. During the training, the senior tells everyone that no matter what happens in front of a sniper, he does not move an inch from his position and aims at his target. To practice this, the senior shoots everyone and the sniper who moves from his position is removed from this training. But when it's Mykola's turn, he does not move from his position at all and keeps his target. In the next training, the sniper is shown his target only once and then his eyes are covered and he has to guess and shoot his target. Now the rest of the people complete this test, but Mykola fails in this because the gun he had was very old and it was very difficult for him to do this. The next training was even more difficult for these snipers, because they had to shoot their target in the light of the flare, and that too, in the dark of the night. Here, the senior left the flare, and everyone aimed at their target, but no one was able to hit the target. Here Mykola did not shoot, and in the light of the flare, he guessed the distance of his target and used his knowledge of math to shoot a perfect shot. Seeing this, his senior was very impressed with him and gave him his desired codename. Days passed and Mykola was busy with his training, and finally the day came when his training result was about to come. Here the colonel salutes Mikola and tells him that he has passed this test. After a few days, the colonel comes to Mikola and tells him to pack his things because he has to go on a mission. News has come that some Russian soldiers have captured a Czech bassoon. Mikola's team reached the location and set their target. And now these people were about to kill those Russian soldiers when they saw a car moving towards the checkpost. Here, the Russian soldiers stopped the car and asked the people inside to come out. They checked their passports and searched the entire car. And when everything was fine, these soldiers gave them permission to go. But they kept their passports with them. When they opposed it, these soldiers beat them up. Seeing all this, the colonel ordered his soldiers to fire. And as soon as they saw, all the Russian soldiers were killed. And this is how their first mission was completed. After the mission, when everyone returned to the base, Mikola saw that many of his companions were not present at the base. He was told that his other companions have been sent on another mission. The next day, Mikola learned that many of his companions were killed during that mission, and all of them were killed by a Russian sniper. That sniper's name was Sari, and he was the most dangerous sniper in Russia. A few days passed, and Mikola left for his next mission with his companions. Reaching the location, he spread mines all around and took his position. After a while, the Russian soldiers reached there, and Ivan was also with them. Ivan was the same boy who used to harass Mikola in school, and now he had joined the Russian army. Now as soon as he stepped on the landmines, there was a huge explosion, and all of them were killed. Here, the colonel explained to Mikola that he should not be sad about Ivan's death, because joining the Russian army was Ivan's own decision. After completing the mission, they all returned to their base camp. Here, the colonel showed Mikola his family photo and told him that there are 3 people in his family, and both of his daughters are unaware that their father is a soldier. Here, Mikola also told the colonel his whole story, that how mercilessly the Russian soldiers killed his wife. During this time, Mikola became very emotional, but the colonel took care of him. The next morning, they all left for their next mission. This mission was very important because they were informed that a part of the Russian soldiers was going to pass through this way. The colonel and Mikola quickly reached the location and took their positions. After a while, they saw 2 Russian soldiers who were waiting for their remaining team. Here, Mikola notices that one of them is the soldier who shot his wife, and he was on the right target of Mikola. Here, Mikola asked for permission to shoot, but the colonel refused to do so. Now Mikola was getting angry and wanted to kill his wife's killer at any cost. So, he asked for permission to fire again. But once again, the colonel refused to do so. But now Mikola's arrow of patience broke, and he shot. The bullet killed the soldier on the spot, but the Russians also found out their location. But the worst thing was that Russia's most dangerous sniper, whose name was Suri, was also sitting with his position. And now he also found out their location. The colonel also knew that Suri was nearby, so he started looking for Suri. But before he could find out his location, Suri shot him in the head, and the colonel died on the spot. Now Mikola understood that the Russians have found out their location, and how his one mistake killed the colonel. Here, the Russian soldiers also started firing hard on Mikola. Now, seeing the bad situation, Mikola decided to retreat. He picked up the colonel's body and started retreating from his position. Soon, he came out of the enemy's area and reached his base. Now Mikola was very saddened by the death of the colonel, and he was blaming himself for it. Here, he swore that he would kill Suri and avenge the death of the colonel. Soon, Mikola got news of 2 Russian snipers, and he immediately set out on his next mission. He reached the location and set his target. Soon, he killed a sniper, but during this firing, he was also shot, but he didn't give up and somehow killed the other sniper as well. Now, since he was very injured, he went to his secret base and gave his body some rest. During this time, he got a call from the army major, and he told Mikola that we have located the sniper who killed the colonel. After this, Mikola reached his base, and here the major started telling everyone about the sniper. The major tells that the sniper's name is Suri, and he is the best sniper in Russia. Suri has killed the 6 most capable snipers in Ukraine, so we should not underestimate him. The major tells that Suri is a sniper who usually does not change his position and sits at a special location and hunts his enemies. Now, all these people make a plan that they will make 2 teams at Suri's location. According to the plan, their first team will attack the Russian soldiers from the front, and when they are busy in this attack, their second team will attack them from behind. Taking advantage of this, Mikola will go inside the building and kill Suri. After planning everything, they all left for that location. After reaching the location, all the snipers took their positions and set their aim. Here, Mikola also quietly entered the building, where he saw 2 Russian soldiers. He killed both of them without delay and moved forward in the building. After this, he gave a signal to his team, and as soon as he got the signal, he killed all the soldiers. Here Suri noticed that none of his comrades were reporting him, felt something wrong, so he went to the roof of the building where a sniper was already present. But when he went upstairs, he saw that the sniper was dead. And now Suri realized that the Ukrainian soldiers had surrounded him from all sides. He contacted his base for backup, but it would take another 10 minutes for the backup to reach him. Hearing this, he quickly came to his position and started looking for the Ukrainian soldiers. But then he saw a toy of Mykola, which his wife had given him. Now Suri could think of something, then Mykola attacked him and killed him by stabbing him. But because of this attack, the other sniper in the building became a little alert. But before he could do anything, Mykola threw a grenade near him, and, in this explosion, this last sniper was also killed. Here, Suri's backup team also reached the building, but they were unaware that Suri was dead. So when they called Suri, Mykola picked up the phone and told them that they were all going to die. And saying this, he shot the truck driver. Now, as soon as the bullet was fired, the Russian soldiers were in a frenzy and they all jumped out of the truck, but they were unaware that the Ukrainian snipers were sitting on them. Here the Ukrainian soldiers fired a powerful shot and killed each Russian. After a few days of this mission, Mykola went to his wife's grave, because what he had promised her is now fulfilled. He has killed all those people who had killed his wife and colonel. Here Mykola swore that he would serve his country till his last breath, and after saying this, he left. And with this great movie ended here.